I never thought that I would be making a video on the habits that helped me create an investment portfolio of 100,000 in just 2 years. I was someone who wanted to be rich by investing in some magic coin overnight. Guess what? I didn't find that magic coin, but I did find the habits that helped me reach my first milestone over time. In this video, I want to share those habits with you, and I hope it will help you in reaching your goals. First habit is to write a SMART goal and share it with everyone. First thing first, you need to have a goal to know where you want to be. Without a goal, you will just wander and procrastinate. If you go 10 seconds back and listen to the habit that I just said, you will notice that I want you to write a SMART goal. Our human brain works in a certain ways. For example, writing on paper helps our brain to remember information better. I always write important goals and plan on paper as it helps me to visualize it better. I can reflect back on my goal and it increases my commitment towards that goal. Here is an article that explains the benefits of writing your goal on paper. I personally notice that I have achieved my goals more often when I write them down on paper. It works for me and I think you should give it a try. I mean, what's the harm? And if this small activity improves the probability of your success, I think it's worth trying. Next, you want to have a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time-bound goal. I cannot stress enough on how important it is to have a SMART goal. Not having a SMART goal is equivalent to not having a goal at the first place. Let us examine two goals to understand the importance of SMART goals better. Goal 1 is I want to be rich. Goal 2, I want to have $1 million investment portfolio by 30th December 2030. As per goal 1, I want to be rich. But what do I mean by rich? Does it mean I want to be a millionaire or a billionaire or something else? By when I want to be rich? In 1 year, 5 years or 20 years? This goal will do more harm than help. On the other hand, goal 2 is specific with a hard figure of $1 million. It has a deadline. It is measurable so that I will know once I have achieved it. And finally, based on my current situation, I believe it is an achievable and realistic goal for me. Having a SMART goal helped me to make a plan to achieve it. It helped me to stay focused, check my progress regularly, and adjust my plan based on my situation. Once you have a SMART goal, you should share it with everyone. There are several articles on whether one should share their goals or not. I won't go into the debate of whether sharing your goals helps or not. I'll simply explain how sharing my goals helped me. First of all, to be able to share my goal, I have to create one. Moreover, I have to be very thorough about it as I don't want to look like a fool in front of others. On top of it, sharing my goal with others puts some pressure on me to achieve it. Second habit that helped me is to create a system that complements your goal. Once you have a goal, create a system keeping your personality in mind. Please note, by creating a system, I don't mean creating a plan. System is something that protects you from you so that you don't make the most common investing mistakes. It is very important to understand the difference between a system and a plan before we move forward. For me, plan is a proposal for doing or achieving something. On the other hand, system is a supporting framework that will help me to execute my plan successfully. For example, the goal is to buy a $250,000 apartment by the end of 2022. To reach this goal, my plan will be to learn the process of buying a property and how to get a mortgage in 3 months. Then save $30,000 to cover the down payment by mid of 2022. Now, to be able to successfully execute this plan, I will create a system keeping my weaknesses in mind. For example, one of my weaknesses is I am not good at saving money. Therefore, I'll create a system keeping this weakness in mind and will automate the transfer of fixed amount to my savings account every month once I get my salary. This will make sure that I save the amount described in my plan. I hope you now know the difference between a system and a plan. Let's check the system I created to achieve my goal to create a 100,000 investment portfolio in just 2 years. The system I created is to invest a fixed amount every month. The amount I will invest will not be less than $1,000 and will never be more than $5,000. I'll buy stocks with that money every month and will hold them for at least 5 years. This simple system made sure that I invested consistently during good and bad times. It made sure that I won't FOMO to buy something by adding new money outside the system or sell my holdings in panic. A system with third-party checks or an automated system is even better as it's protected from the investor's emotions. Example of a third-party check is putting a maximum limit on the amount that can be transferred from your bank account to your depot account each month. Similarly, example of an automated system is a savings plan offered by various brokers. Under the saving plan, broker will automatically deduct a fixed amount from your bank account and will buy the shares selected by you every month. This automation not only makes the life of an investor easy, but also protects an investor from himself. Therefore, once you have a system, believe in it and stick with it. This brings us to our third habit, which is to believe in yourself. There is a lot of outside noise that can easily distract an investor. One of the purposes of creating and following a system is to protect an investor from such outside noises. However, a system has its limits and can protect you from you to a certain extent. Therefore, if you believe in a business and invest in it, don't forget to believe in your research. Never let Mr. Market or anyone second guess your decision. I have more than 50 stocks in my portfolio and not every stock have performed the same. But my winners overshadowed my losers. Therefore, it is not important how many times you were right. What is important is how much you earn when you are right and how much you lose when you are wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. Important is to learn from them and keep moving forward. Fourth and the last habit that I changed is to read at least 10 pages of a book every day. I myself realized the importance of reading books every day recently. By reading, I don't mean reading a fiction or Hollywood news. I mean to read real world or business news. Read books or articles on stock investment, productivity or motivation, etc. Read something that makes you more knowledgeable than before. Make a rule to not go to bed until unless you have learned something new today. Consume as much knowledge as you can, as after knowledge comes wisdom. Join 100 books challenge or book clubs or compete with your friends. Do what works for you, but read every day. As the famous author Robin Sharma also wrote in his book, The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, it takes only 20 days to replace one habit from another. So read for 20 days continuously and it will become a habit. With time, my reading speed and knowledge on different subjects improved, and trust me, it feels great when you see the progress. Lastly, I would like to stress on the importance of reading books over reading articles, blogs or forums. Books are more detailed and structured as compared to articles. In addition to it, it's easier to find a book written by an expert in a field than an article written by an expert. Therefore, make sure to prioritize reading books over an article on internet.